EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight we start Week 11 of the NFL season with a good one on tap, as it'll be the Dragons of Oakland taking on the Washington Commanders. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Go street. Keep going, boys, moving. Dragon 60. Ready.
McNabb. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
25-yard line.
Roll. Ready.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys that have a little extra pep in their step, you go to them early and often.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
My high school football coach was very fond of saying, you've got to meet force with force. And on a short yardage running play, that's what you're going to encounter. And how about them picking up the first down on that one?
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here we go.
A quick throw complete into the flat out left. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. His touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Dragons put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Commanders, nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. They definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Cowboy 80. Gotta be lying. Hey, Crash.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. There he goes, left side. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Commanders are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Let's go
This
now.
drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready. Ready.
To the outside, this is complete to Jackson. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A big play there. 45 yards. And his guys have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7.
14. Commanders 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
50-yard line.
That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's now second and
These
10.
two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the Commanders who picked up the road victory, so they'll be fighting for the season sweep in this one. Here's second and 10.
Check. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
19 tight. Here we go. Here we go. Come, 70 Lions. 19 Lions. Big, 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 big.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jihad Campbell. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
12 yards.
12 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Check, smash, rig alert, rig alert. Ready.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Taken down at the 43.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Hot 70, hot 70.
Here's McNabb. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson.
10 yards.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
A first down carry for Barkley. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
70. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Hey, check.
Second down, here's Barkley again. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
3rd down.
Okay, break. Press all 80. Let's go now. 70 ring. 60 by 18.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
60 Eagles. Rig. Go.
Now McNabb. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly. and knocked it free.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Cougar 19. 70 Lions.
To throw, McNabb. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The fourth down pass play doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Touchdown, Washington! A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go around. Call it a gain of a yard. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And now an audible here into something else.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Ready? 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Now it's McNabb. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
At their own 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
2nd and 9.
Hurt! Right there, hurt! Let go!
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
They were just trying to give their offense a little more room down near their own goal line, but this is just going to make things worse.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. To throw from his end zone, Daniels. There he goes, right side. He's on his way. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. 98 yards. And the Commanders have taken the lead. And that's the type of play that'll give your sideline some juice, a long touchdown pass.
And it's like a bolt of lightning, isn't it? That suddenness of that play brings everyone to their feet in the stadium, and he takes it all the way to the end zone. Give him credit for making that type of a play call, even more credit for how they executed it.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. McNabb to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2 yards to go, 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 43-yard line.
Jackson, the man in motion right. He finds his man, complete. That's 4. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 21 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36.
Now they'll change things up.
Barkley, inside handoff. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
From the 35, here's a 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8. At the 35-yard line.
Hey, Crash! Chop alert! Chop alert! Riggs! Riggs! Check smash! Check smash! No! Bronco switch! Bronco switch! Check! Check!
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Press on lead! 60 Bison! 60 Bison! Viking 18!
They'll go to Barkley again. And some room to work.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
That's another Oakland first down.
70,
a gain of 15. First down, Dragons.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Now he'll tuck this and run. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
At the 17-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Second Pirates! Second Pirates!
Oh, it's caught. Touchdown. From 13 yards out.
And the Dragons are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
18, right here.
Now Daniels.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Now 2nd and 3.
Here we go. Panther 60, Panther 60.
Throwing now is Daniels.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
To the air goes Daniels. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Buffalo 86, Cowboy 80.
To throw is Daniels.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
3rd down and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Bronco 80. Crutch. Red. Cougar 19.
Daniels looking to throw.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
5-yard line.
On the set.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Well, what they're seeking with an RPO is space for the receiver to make a catch and then make a play downfield, but there wasn't any space available, thus the incompletion.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Looking for the play, and he's got it. Touchdown, Washington.
A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Commanders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Commanders 28, Dragons 21.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
This is really impressive because when the offenses are running RPOs, things move very quickly. Fake, ball's out of his hands, and they're trying to hit him in the gaps downfield. And instead, the defender reacts so well that he makes a play on it, and the ball falls incomplete.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
2nd and 6. At the 39-yard line.
Here's Daniels. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Play action, now it's Daniels.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down.
I've become a firm believer over the years that many drops happen before the ball's even snapped. When you call wide receiver screen, as we saw there, I know these guys really well. They're thinking about that play going to the end zone, and sometimes they forget to catch the football first.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Out of the gun now on third down.
This ball nearly intercepted. A once-in-a-season chance for the big fella, but he couldn't corral it. Fourth down, straight ahead.
It's fourth down.
So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Fielded just inside the 30. A good return there, 17 yards.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down.
174 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Here we go.
On second down, they'll run it here. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held out at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Makes it 3rd and 2.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
That's good.
The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off.
Come on, come on. Set. Like, let go.
An inside give. Here's Portis. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
He's brought down.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll give this up the middle to Portis. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On the ready.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there.
With his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Now the extra point.
Point after.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Commanders 35, Dragons 21.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive.
This is intercepted.
Running free at the 45. Off to the races.
And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Cowboy 80. 2. Ready.
They'll run on first down. Holt. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
3rd down and 13.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Let's go now. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Buffalo 18. Warriors 70, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Back to throw. Daniels.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Keely Ringo picks it off. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one, because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
60 Bobcats. 19 Lions.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
Brings up second and 10.
And that's another throw that could have been intercepted. Part of this, you credit the defense. They've been really stingy. But he's also made some really questionable throws, and that's another one right there.
Up the middle with Barkley.
And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And the catch made by Johnson. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. Second and 13 that they're walking up on.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Johnson with a completion over the middle.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 38-yard line.
A gain of 13 yards.
They'll set up to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there at second down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
They go play action. It's McNabb. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
And now offensively it's third and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down.
Ranger.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now here on EA Sports as we're about ready to rock and roll for the fourth and final quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Hurt. Right there, hurt. Check, hurt. Check up.
They'll run with Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 31 yards.
And the Dragons have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Dragons 28.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
at their own 35-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A big play there. 65 yards.
And the Commanders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown one play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
And 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
That one goes for 30 yards.
First and 10 at the 35-yard
Well, this
line.
game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. 81 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and
Running again with Barkley on second down.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season.
And the Dragons are back within a score. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
The PAT good. It would draw them closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
at their own 29-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go. Cougar.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
He was brought down by
Ball
Nolan
on the
Smith.
30 now. Here's a second down and 9.
Brings up second and 9 at the 30-yard line.
Ready.
He's going to try and take off with it.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Commanders first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On the give, here's Portis. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
44-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
Buffalo 18. Bronco 80. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Nineteen tight. 19 tight. Let go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down.
Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
Loss of 9 on the play. Brings up third down.
On the ball now.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 16.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Cup 19. Cup 19. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. He's going to look deep down the field. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
On the double. Here we go. Set. Hawk 7. Tap. 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 Go.
Saquon Barkley running right. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
That's good for an Oakland first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Chop alert. Chop alert. Hey, crash.
Again, it's Barkley. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Commanders' 35-yard line.
A handoff to Barkley. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they're having a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Dragon 60. Buffalo 18.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. And the Commanders will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Intercepted. The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this third down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
On the ready.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here is 3rd and 5.
60, 60. Ready? 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
Looking to throw. Daniels.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Back to throw. Daniels. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A gain of 9.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll go down at the 28.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
5
points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They hand it off to Portis. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Looking to throw. Daniels. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's where you want to use your big tight end. Let him use his size and frame to go up and get the deep ball in the end zone. But that time, they couldn't connect.
He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will remain a one-touchdown game. The things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
2nd down. Here's Barkley again.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon.
Well, this crowd trying to force a false start here. 3rd and inches. It looks like they'll move things around here.
Panther 11, Panther 11. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And he'll be taken down, although there is a flag down. Will this stand?
Wait a second. That's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all because you want that penalty. All right, they just picked up a 1st down, right? You want the penalty.
I am so confused right now.
Here we go. Shot. Ready.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
Makes the score. Commanders 49. Dragons 35.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
On the draw, this is Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for Washington,
they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.